anniversary, Uncle Auntie. She bows slightly and extends a gift towards them. Thank you. How are you, Anne? I'm good, Auntie. She looked towards the girl who was doing something on dining table. Come, I will introduce you to our friends and relatives. Wine nodded her head hesitantly and Mrs. Min guided her to his living room. Who is she, Mrs. Min? She is Wine. She is Yoongi's friend. Friend or more than friends? All ladies present there laughed and Wine's cheek turned red. Leave more. They are less than even friends. He helped her once and both got to know each other, nothing more. She sighed slightly. I don't know when my son will think about romantic stuff. Don't worry, Mrs. Min. Once his heart starts beating for someone, he will become what he is not, and your all worries will fly away. All the ladies once again giggle. I hope that happens soon. That will definitely happen soon. By the way, where is he? He must be on the way. Let me call him. Mrs. Min walked away. Sit with us, Wine. Wine smiled slightly and nodded. She sat there and the girl who was doing something on dining table came there. Here, take this. She offered cookies to ladies and they smiled. Oh, you are such a sweetie, Yunha. Yunha shyly smiled. He will be here in few minutes. By the way, Yunha cooks amazing cookies. I know, and I hope soon she will become my daughter-in-law. She smiled at Yunha and Wine's face color changed, which Mrs. Min noticed. By the way, Wine, this is Yunha. She is my friend's daughter, and Yunha, this is Wine. Hi, hello. Want some? Wine shook her head. Okay. Here, Yoongi came. Yunha smiled and went towards him, while Wine sat there and kept taking glance of him. Why did you take this much time? I had work. He looked around and his gaze went on Wine, who was sitting with ladies quietly. Here, see, I baked cookies. Try this. I'll get fresh first. Yunha bowed and nodded. Yoongi went upstairs while taking a glass of wine. How much time he will take? He must be getting ready. Wine, can you check him once? Wine hesitantly nodded her head. First room on right side is his room. Wine nodded and headed upstairs. She is beautiful. Why don't you talk about her and Yoongi's marriage? She whispered in Mrs. Min's ear. He will probably get mad on me by saying I embarrassed him in front of her. Mrs. Chong chuckled slightly. Today is Mr. and Mrs. Min's wedding anniversary and they are celebrating it with close relatives and friends. And Mrs. Min invited Wine too. Wine got close to Min family in these 5 months. She got close to Yoongi too. Having dinner and breakfast sometime with him became so common for her, but his behavior is cold, which is not something odd. He is cold with everyone. Wine came upstairs and went to his first room. She took a deep breath and knocked on the door, and her heart was beating so fast for some reason. She waited for a response, which she didn't got. She again knocked, and again she didn't got any response. I think it's not his room. She looked around and again knocked. Again she didn't got any response. She sat and thought to just check inside. She held doorknob and twisted it. She put a little force on door, but suddenly door got pulled, which caused her to lose balance and she fell ahead. Her body got pressed in hard chest and 2 hands wrapped around her waist. She fell on floor along with someone under her. A groan left his mouth and Wine opened her eyes. Her eyes met his, which was already fixed on her, and she felt her heartbeat racing. Yoongi, hey! Her gaze went on Wine and Yoongi, who were lying on floor. What's happening here? Both came in sense and Wine immediately got up from him and looked away, as he was only in towel. Yoongi too got up and looked around to avoid his mom's gaze. We fall. How? I lost my balance. I'll go. She immediately left from there and she was all red. I'll get ready. He immediately went to his closet and his face was also red. Mrs. Min chuckled slightly. Come downstairs fast. Here Yoongi came. He came downstairs and his parents moved to cut the cake. Why are you so shy, Yoongi? You should feel free and spend some time with us. See how Ji-hoon is talking. Mrs. Jong pointed in a direction and Yoongi looked there, but his lower lip went between his teeth when he saw Wine talking and laughing with his cousin. She never laughed with him. Yoongi, he cleared his throat and looked away. Coming. Wine, Ji-hoon, come. They two came to a table and Wine's eyes met Yoongi. She felt blood rushing her cheeks and she looked away. Come to meet us again. Wine nodded and bowed slightly. Thank you for the amazing evening. I enjoyed. Mrs. Min smiled and kissed her cheek. Take care, you too. Drop her home safely. Let's go now. Wine nodded and walked ahead and Yoongi followed her. Did you got bored between aunties? Did they make you uncomfortable? Wine shook her head. No, they were really good. I enjoyed. Everyone was really kind. He nodded and focused on driving. By the way, how was your day? Like usual. After that, ride went in silence. Drive safely, he nodded. Go. First you go inside. He's such a caring. She nodded her head and headed inside. She locked the door. He sat inside the car and drove away. Wine dropped herself on couch and closed her eyes. The thought of Yoongi started taking over her, and a smile appeared on her face. But that smile didn't last long as the thought of Yuna crossed her mind. Mrs. Min sat on her chair and took a glance of Yoongi, who was eating his dinner. Yoongi, what do you think about Wine? Huh? How is she? She's good. So should I talk to her about marriage? You both will be amazing partner. Yoongi choked after hearing that. Here, drink water. He slid glass towards Yoongi and Yoongi gulped on water. So, should I talk to her? Mom, please stop it now. Every time you see a girl, you start talking about her marriage to me. You are getting old and I want you to have a partner. What's wrong in that? Huh? Nothing is wrong in that, but please stop arranging every girl with me. He got up and started leaving dining area. Yoongi, eat properly. He didn't stop and went upstairs. His mom sighed. Did you see how he behaved? It's your fault. Why you always bring his marriage talk? Because I'm his mom and I want him to have a good life. I want him to have someone by his side. You won't understand a mother's worries. Okay, ma'am, I understand. Now let me eat and you too eat. Mom, it's weekend and you didn't came home. I had some work. She nodded and came inside his apartment. How is your health now? I'm fine. It was just a mild fever. I brought you dinner. Eat properly. She gave food on dining table and sat on couch. Did you eat? She shook her head. Okay, then let's eat. No, I will eat with your dad. You know that old man can't eat without me. Yoongi chuckled slightly. Let's go. I will drop you home. It's night time. Your dad is with me. He went to meet his one friend. He will come in sometime to pick me. Yoongi nodded his head slightly and started doing work on his laptop, which he was doing. By the way, Mrs. Jong is talking about Jihoon's marriage, and she sent him on date with wine. His fingers stopped and he looked at his mom. Date? That night Mrs. Jong and Jihoon both liked wine so much and they asked me to talk to Wine about it. Wine is single, so I suggested her to give it a try. And tonight she went on date with Jihoon. His lips went between his teeth and he gulped his saliva. I think Wine will not reject Jihoon. He's such a good boy. I'm happy for both of them. And Wine will get a family. She sighed slightly and heard a doorbell. Your dad came. I'm going now. Eat dinner properly and take care of yourself. He didn't say anything and his mom went out of his apartment. His heartbeat was getting uneven for some reason and he took his phone and immediately dialed a number. Where are you? It's so good here and rain is increasing the comfort of night. Wine nodded her head in agreement. Do you like rain? A lot. Me too. It's such a romantic weather. She took a sip from her coffee and looked out of glass wall. The evening was so beautiful. By the way, how is your studies going on? Not so good. She pouted slightly and he chuckled. You look so cute when you pout. She took a sip from her coffee and turned her face to a glass wall, and her gaze went on someone. Yoongi? He was drenching in rain and coming to us restaurant. Wine got up from her seat and her phone rang. I need to go. She headed out of restaurant. She came out of restaurant and Yoongi saw her. He lowered his phone from his ear and sighed. He was completely drenched in rain and the tension and restlessness was visible on his face. She walked towards him with small steps and her heartbeat was racing with every step. You, he engulfed her in his arm. I love you, Wine. She hugged him back and snuggled her face in his neck. Don't marry someone else. I will try to become best husband for you. Her heartbeat skipped so bad. He broke the hug and wiped her face and cupped her cheek. I love you. She smiled widely and hugged him again. I love you too. I love you from the day we met first. He snuggled his face in her neck after hearing that and hugged her more tightly. Then why did you came on date with someone else? I thought you are not interested in me. He didn't say anything and they stayed like that for some time, hugging each other in rain. The raindrops were pouring on them. He sniffed. His whole face was red. Here, drink this. She put ginger tea on table. Did you took medicine? He nodded his head and she took a towel from table. Who told you to come in rain like that? You had fever yesterday. She started drying his hair. Ace, don't speak. He held her hand and made her sit on couch. He laid on couch and put his head on her lap. What happened? He shook his head and closed his eyes. You continue what you were doing. Don't speak. He nodded his head slightly. He was looking so cute with red face. She smiled and kissed his forehead. I love you. A smile formed on his lip. What will you eat? I'm not hungry. Let me just rest like this. She nodded and her phone rang. She stopped wiping his hair and took her phone. Hello, Jihoon? Yoongi's eyes shot opened and he sat on couch. Who is on phone? It's Jihoon. He immediately took phone from her. Wine is busy. She can't talk to you and she will not marry you. So don't call her again. He hung up the call and she blinked. What you did? Block him. He's useless. He doesn't do any work except roaming around girls. Huh? Are you jealous or insecure? I don't know, but I nearly got a heart attack when Mom said you went on date with him. She giggled. Yeah, don't laugh. He pouted, which made her awe. He's effortlessly cute. Okay, it's getting late. You should sleep now. Let's go to guest room. He shook his head. I don't have strength to walk to guest room. He again laid on couch and she pulled a blanket on his body. Okay then, I should go to sleep now. Can you sleep here with me? I want to cuddle. He spoke hesitantly. Okay. He made place for her and laid there. He hugged her waist and inhaled deeply. You know what? You are Pookie. Pookie? What is that? Means cute. She pinched his nose and he blushed. I'm not cute, okay? You are. I'm not. You are a cute baby. He opened his mouth to protest, but she picked his nose. You are my Mr. Pookie. Pookie only for me. He didn't say anything and snuggled in her neck, which made her feel a lot of butterfly on her stomach. Good night. Sleep now. He pulled blanket above their head and covered themselves properly.